Before we get into this report, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss important breaking news and updates. A fatal crash on the N3 near Shongweni has once again drawn attention to the dangers facing motorists on one of South Africa's busiest highways. The tragic incident occurred along the stretch of road that connects Durban and Pietermaritzburg, a route heavily used by commuters, long-distance travelers, and freight trucks transporting goods between key economic hubs. Emergency services were called to the scene following reports of a serious collision that resulted in the loss of life. According to early information from authorities and witnesses, the crash involved multiple vehicles. The exact cause of the collision is still under investigation, but preliminary reports suggest that speed and possible reckless driving may have played a role. The impact left at least one person dead, while others sustained injuries ranging from minor to serious. Paramedics worked urgently to assist victims at the scene, stabilizing the injured before transporting them to nearby medical facilities. The N3 near Shongweni is known for its challenging driving conditions. The route includes curves, inclines, and high traffic volumes, particularly during peak hours and weekends. Heavy trucks frequently use this corridor, and when traffic flow is disrupted, the risk of secondary collisions increases. In situations where vehicles are traveling at high speed, even a small miscalculation can have devastating consequences. Witnesses described a chaotic scene in the moments following the crash. Damaged vehicles blocked lanes, debris was scattered across the roadway, and traffic quickly began to back up as emergency responders arrived. Some motorists who came upon the scene shortly after the collision reported seeing emergency personnel performing life-saving measures. The emotional toll on those present was evident, as drivers and passengers grappled with the reality of what had occurred. Authorities temporarily closed portions of the highway to allow emergency teams to work safely and to clear the wreckage. Traffic congestion built up for several kilometers, with motorists advised to use alternative routes where possible. Tow trucks were dispatched to remove damaged vehicles, and law enforcement officers managed traffic flow, while investigators began examining the scene. Fatal crashes have a profound impact not only on the victims and their families, but also on the broader community. Each life lost on the road represents a family shattered, dreams interrupted, and futures forever changed. Loved ones are often left dealing with emotional trauma, financial strain, and unanswered questions. For first responders, repeated exposure to such tragedies also carries a heavy psychological burden. Road safety experts consistently warn that the majority of serious accidents are preventable. Common contributing factors include speeding, distracted driving, unsafe overtaking, fatigue, and driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs. While the official cause of this particular crash has not yet been confirmed, authorities are urging motorists to reflect on their driving habits and prioritize safety. The N3 corridor has seen numerous accidents over the years, prompting ongoing calls for stricter enforcement and increased driver awareness. Law enforcement agencies regularly conduct patrols, speed monitoring operations, and roadblocks along this route. However, despite these efforts, dangerous driving behavior continues to pose a significant threat. Community members have once again expressed concern about reckless driving on major highways. Many believe that stronger penalties are needed for traffic violations that endanger lives. Others argue that education and awareness campaigns should be intensified, particularly targeting young and inexperienced drivers. Driving at high speeds significantly reduces a driver's ability to react to sudden hazards. Stopping distances increase dramatically as speed rises, and the force of impact in a collision becomes far more severe. On busy highways like the N3, where vehicles of varying sizes share the road, maintaining safe following distances and adhering to speed limits is essential. Fatigue is another major risk factor, especially on long-distance routes. Drivers who are tired may experience slower reaction times, reduced concentration, and even microsleeps, which can be fatal at highway speeds. Transport operators and private motorists alike are encouraged to take regular breaks and ensure they are well rested before embarking on long journeys. Distracted driving, particularly the use of mobile phones behind the wheel, has become a growing concern. A momentary glance at a screen can mean several meters traveled without full attention on the road. In high-speed environments, those few seconds can be the difference between avoiding a collision and causing a fatal crash. The aftermath of Friday's tragedy serves as a stark reminder that road safety is a shared responsibility. Every driver has a duty to operate their vehicle with care, respect, and awareness of others. Defensive driving, anticipating potential risks and preparing to respond safely, remains one of the most effective strategies for preventing accidents. As investigations continue, authorities will examine skid marks, vehicle damage, possible mechanical faults, and witness statements to determine exactly what led to the fatal crash. Toxicology tests may also be conducted if necessary. These processes take time, but they are crucial in establishing accountability and preventing similar incidents in the future. Meanwhile, traffic has since returned to normal flow along the affected stretch of the N3. The physical signs of the crash may have been cleared, but the emotional impact remains. For the family of the deceased, the loss is immeasurable. For survivors, recovery may involve not only physical healing, but also emotional trauma. Road safety organizations often emphasize simple but life-saving principles. Obey speed limits, avoid distractions, never drive under the influence, maintain your vehicle properly, and always wear a seatbelt. These guidelines are not mere suggestions. They are proven measures that reduce the likelihood of fatal outcomes. This latest tragedy near Shongweni underscores the urgent need for continued vigilance on South Africa's roads. Infrastructure improvements, visible policing, and public awareness campaigns all play important roles. But individual responsibility remains the most critical factor. Each decision made behind the wheel has consequences. As the community reflects on this fatal crash, the hope is that lessons will be learned, and that motorists will recommit to safer driving practices. Arriving a few minutes earlier is never worth risking a life. Patience, caution, and respect for traffic laws can save families from unimaginable grief. Authorities are expected to release further details once investigations are complete. In the meantime, drivers are urged to exercise extreme caution when traveling on the N3 and other major routes. Subscribe to the channel for more updates and breaking news.